Hey, morning, everybody. Howdy. This is Age Holistic Health Harry Matadine coming to you. I want to jump live on this. I want to talk a little bit about. Do you know what? I've been off reading for a long period of time. Even though I keep buying books, it's something that we probably all do. Need to read more. Anyway, this book, or this study, I think I did a post on it this morning. It's really, really good. Really good. It's about connection, relationships, things we can all relate to, love. Um, Perfect Love, Imperfect Relationships, the title. It's really cool. And have you ever had your heart broken? You ever had a partner and it just didn't work out? Everyone's had relationships that didn't work out or are not working out, and we grow through relationships and we learn a lot from them. There's a lot of learning to be done from relationships. In fact, relationships are divine opposites when they go wrong. They're our biggest teachers, truthfully. It's like we are here to heal ourselves and to develop an inner child, masculine, feminine, good balance. But truly, those triggers and emotional work and traumas that we carry over, in a way, you do them by yourself, but are best, what's the word for it, exposed through people that we love when we become vulnerable with someone and connect on a deep level. So anyway, one of my housemates recommended this book, and I'm reading it, and it's really profound and moving and really well explained. My brain is very simple, and I need things to be not like, I don't know. Do you know, there's a lot of books out there, esoteric, that I just don't get. But this one isn't esoteric. This is explained in a really simple way, how we all fluctuate here in duality, for what I've read so far, and I really do recommend you read it, buy it and read it, is we all fluctuate here in duality through, you know, levels of relative love versus absolute love. Absolute love is like unconditional love. It's something that, in relationships, depending on what levels we play at, we can offer our partner at times. You know, when you're first in love at the beginning, it's love at first sight, and the honeymoon phase is often a degree of unconditional love for our partner. Um, Examples are a mother to a baby. Obviously, that's as close to unconditional love as one can experience in this life. The mother can experience to a baby that she's just born, and then, of course, the baby starts growing up into a child, and then roles and expectations from the mother on the child are imposed, and then it goes often from unconditional love for this baby, this beautiful baby, within months to years for most normal people, it goes into conditional love. And actually, the book says, and it makes sense, it just says so well, it's conditional love um, that fucks us up. Conditional love from our parents, conditional love from our friends, and we're all guilty of conditionally loving people, even in relationships. The book says, you know, there's levels in relationships, isn't it? We all conditionally love our partners based on conditions. We all fluctuate. That's what it calls relative love versus absolute love, like I said, being unconditional. But even in a relative love relationship where we're all fluctuating between conditional love for our partner, conditions, we have moments of unconditional love. And I think this book is going on to explain most beautifully, with real fucking wisdom, how we can tap into more the unconditional aspect, or accept your partner as they are in relative love, which is conditional love. So in other words, you accept other people for their flaws without being triggered and walking away from them and not wanting to be with them, because triggers cause arguments, don't they? So it's really deep, and I love the topic, and I'm going to explore it more, because obviously connections with friends and relationships with divine opposites are something that maybe I'll seek out in the future. So it's connections with people, and I desire to have stronger, deeper connections with people, and that means I have to do more work on my triggers and acceptance of other people's flaws and not judging them and letting them be as they are, and exploring more the realms of relative love and trying to tap into more this heart center of unconditional love, which, like I said, it's an example of when mothers to babies, when they're born, for many months, there's a lot of pure unconditional love. It's almost like the unconditional love a baby receives sets them up really well for life, and then life comes along, the parents' expectations and traumas, as the baby stops being so cute and starts being a child, then that becomes conditional love. I can speak for myself, my parents, not that I'm saying anything negative here. It's just there was a lot of, from my father, a lot of conditional love that was imposed on me from a very early age. Conditions to the love, and my mum too. She was under the control of my dad. She wasn't. She lost the ability to. It was still there, but yeah, it's complicated. Anyway, this book is really good, and I'm going to explain it and explore more of it for sure. I'm going to get through this book and buy the sequel. Again, it's called Perfect Love, Imperfect Relationships. You see what I mean when you read it. It's really profound. Great stuff, and he has a great mastery to really love yourself. When you really love yourself unconditionally, you'll stop being triggered as much. The more do you self-love yourself, the more we learn this process of accepting ourselves as we are, which we struggle with because of the traumas and because of the conditional love imposed on us by other people. People told us that we only were worthy of love when we was conditional. So that fucks us up. And therefore we project that trauma onto other people. And then we start having conditions and conditional love on our partners in relationships. And it becomes imbalanced too much. Just why it's so important to heal. So important to heal. And this is a lifelong, mastery. Love of self. That's what the core of this book is. Just more self-compassion. But an understanding of why it's so important to have it. So yeah, that's it. And thanks for everyone listening to this honest share. It's really good. And read that book. I'm going to explore this and talk a lot more. I love this book so much. I want to develop more wisdom in this area so that I can explain it to people. But of course, that only comes through me going through it in relationships with other people and connections with my friends. Because I do want more self-compassion. I want more self-love. I want what didn't happen to us, that unconditional love. You need to give it for yourself now. We need to love ourselves unconditionally. I know it sounds cheesy. I know what I'm saying sounds cheesy, but it's all true. The cheese is true. The cheesy shit is too. The more you love yourself, the more power you bring into relationships, the more authenticity, the more communication, the more you can heal people. Facts. And that's a key for me. I love it. Alright. Hey, thanks, Candy. Yeah, just sharing my journey as I go, I guess. Deeper connections with people it's all about. So, have an amazing day, everybody. It's 2 p.m. here in UK. It's probably about 9-10 a.m. Eastern. At Western, good lord, you're at 6-7 in the morning. So, have an amazing day. Let's love ourselves more. Let's continue our journey, because everything we do now, physical, emotional, spiritual work, is all important. It's all about the crux, loving yourself more. Unconditionally giving yourself the love that other people didn't give to you, which you couldn't help. You as a kid, you as a baby, you as a child. It's now undoing the damage so that you can bring your higher self to you, and then not project. And because you bring your higher self, you're not projecting traumas and triggers onto other people and bringing them down in relationships. It's mad, isn't it? We hurt the most, the people that we love the most in relationships. Often we'll never be mean to a stranger, but you will be mean to your partner, get triggered by them and do crazy stuff. Mad. Mental. Absolutely mental. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Brother Sage. Yep, same to you, Jen. Alright. Feeling, I guess as I talked about it, trying to bring some authenticity and awareness and emotional about the subject. It's a very serious subject. And like I said, please, please, please buy this book. Perfect Love, Imperfect Relationships. It's really good. Alright, peace.